I'm not sure if I can see the comments. If there are people, maybe join the chat. Oh, I need to connect.
Um, I can see them. I'll let you know. Okay, I see,
Oh, okay, I see now. I see the comments now. Okay.
and I can put them here. Okay, awesome. Hey guys, so we'll wait maybe 2 3 minutes for everyone to join, and then we will start.
Yeah. Hello, everybody. Let's wait a little. Hello, Flex Panthers.
Yeah, so today it's Kin and myself that will conduct the workshop.
Yeah, today's gonna be exciting. Jay. Okay. Hello, Jay. Welcome. Welcome, everybody. Actually, those that are not writing.
Yeah, let me actually do a tweet real quick to announce that we're live.
I'm not. Can you see how many people are on the? Anyways, it's going to be recorded, so everybody will be able to see it after the workshop. But it would be nice to have quite some people, so we have a lot of questions and we can answer anything that is not clear for the users. For the
Yeah, for users and for developers as well.
yeah, also developers. Yeah. Okay. Should we start?
Yeah, let's maybe like 1 more minute and then.
Okay.
All right.
Can you guys hear me in the chat? Like, is the sound good? Sometimes I have problems. Because how when you can hear me, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. I guess it's fine. Because last time in the Twitter space it wasn't working very well. Okay, it says yes. Good, good. Thank you.
All right, so yeah, let's start then. So as I said, today it's Keen and I that are doing the workshop. So Keen, I'll let you introduce yourself.
Yeah. So hello everybody. Hello those that are watching now and those that will watch later. So my name is Keen. I'm a smart contract developer at Coreum, and I'm actually one of the core members that built the bridge. So I actually know in detail how the bridge works because yeah, I was one of them that was building it and that spent a lot of time on it. And yeah, today we are here to well let's have one introduce himself as well.
Awesome. Yeah. So my name is Elwan. I'm a developer relation engineer at Coreum, and yeah, it's a pleasure to be here. And as Keen says, so we'll go in the detail with how the bridge is actually working, the architecture, and everything. Then on the second part, we'll do a live demo on how can you actually leverage the bridge with the Sologenic UI, and we will finish with a set of questions and an AMA. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to do the first part. So let's talk first about the bridge. We're going to talk about the bridge architecture, how it actually works in detail, like technologically speaking, how things work in the back. This might be interesting for people like for developers to know how it works and how they can use it. And yeah, so let's just dive into it. Let me share my screen. 1 second. Hide my camera and then share my screen. Um, okay. So I hope you guys are seeing. Like, can you see this, Helwan? Can you confirm that the visual is good?
Yes, I can see, and everyone can see. I think it's
Okay, cool. So what I'm going to talk about first is this is all in the Coreum docs. Okay, so if anyone is curious, you can just go to docs.coreum.dev, and here you have actually all the documentation, mostly for developers, but also for users or people who are interested in Coreum and how things work. And in here we have a section which is the XRPL Bridge section, XRPL Coreum Bridge. So we are going to basically cover this today and go in detail on how it works. So first, I want to mention, like, basically XRPL Coreum Bridge is the first bridge that connects the XRPL with Cosmos. So we are basically innovators in this sense. So there was no anybody else doing this before us. So yeah, so it's a pioneering bridge. And like I said, it connects the XRP Ledger with Cosmos ecosystem. Okay, because what you basically do is you bridge assets from the XRPL into Coreum, and then from Coreum, basically you have the entire IBC ecosystem that can also benefit from this bridge. As you can see here, the bridge is fully audited. The audit was done by Certic, so you also have a link to the audit. So if you're interested in reading about the audit, all the like details, the things that were checked by them, you can go here, and there is a PDF version that you can basically click and read. Okay, so basically, let me make this a bit bigger. So here we have the architecture of the bridge. So the bridge is a decentralized bridge. There is no central entity controlling it. Okay. And it has like three main components. You can see here these three boxes. So basically we have on Coreum, you can see here Coreum. This is the part that is built on top of Coreum, which is the bridge contract. So the bridge contract has all the state of the bridge, so to say. So it has a token registry, the operation queues, ticket allocation, and a lot of like security settings. So most of the bridge logic is on top of Coreum on this bridge contract that we see here. It's a smart contract. So this is like the first component. Then we have the second component, which is the side that is on XRPL. So on the left, you see this box here that says XRP Ledger. So what this basically is a multi-signing account. So this multi-signing account is the one that will receive the tokens that have to be bridged from the XRPL, and it will also issue the tokens that are bridged from Coreum. Okay. As you can see, it's a multi-signing account, but the signers of this multi-signing account are the relayers of the bridge. So basically, there is no, let's say, people controlling this multi-sign that they can basically decide to take these tokens or to issue new tokens. So this part here is completely decentralized and is controlled by the relayer set. Okay. Similar, for people who maybe are a bit confused about this, imagine the validator set of Coreum, right? So Coreum is a blockchain. It has validators, and the validators are the one that sign the blocks that contain the transactions. So here, these relayers do something similar to what the validators do on the Coreum blockchain. Okay, they basically control the bridge, everything that is done on the bridge. And so, yeah, this is the third component of the bridge, is the relayer set. Currently, the maximum amount, we decided to use the maximum amount of relayers possible, which is 32. This is because there is a technical limitation on the XRPL where the multi-signing accounts can only have a maximum of 32 signers. So what we decided to do is like, okay, let's go with the maximum amount of decentralization possible. Let's use the maximum amount of relayers possible and make it as decentralized as we can, right? So yeah, so we have a relayer set. In total, we have 32 relayers. And what these relayers basically do is they are going to observe transactions on the bridge contract and on the multi-signing account. For example, imagine that someone sends an asset to the bridge contract through the Sologenic UI or the Pulsara UI or whatever UI that the bridge has. there will be a monitoring, a querying from the relayers. They will query the contract. They will see, oh, we have one operation pending. Then all of the relayers, all of the relayers will sign this, see that there is an operation pending. They will sign it, and they will give their signatures to the multi-signing account until we have enough signatures to perform the operation. So we have 32 relayers, and imagine we have a threshold of 25. That means we need at least 25 signatures of the relayer sets to perform this operation on the XRPL. And if some of you already used the bridge before, you can see that this normally takes like 30 seconds, maybe 1 minute. It doesn't take much longer. So the bridge is actually really, really fast. And we also have like a very low fees, so for the users to like not have to spend like huge amounts of money to bring your assets, to send your assets. So yeah, so basically that's how the architecture is. 3 components: the contract on Coreum, the multi-signing account on the XRP Ledger, and the relayer set in the middle, listening to both the multi-signing account and the bridge contract.
Keen,
Yes.
can you zoom a little bit, please,
Yes.
on the website?
I think that's the maximum I can zoom, because after I zoom more, oh, this is the maximum. Okay, like this.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Yeah. Let's go a bit more into detail. So basically, like I said, the multi-signing account is very simple. It basically issues the tokens and receive tokens. It doesn't have any magic code here. Basically, all the code is on the bridge contract, where we have a lot of security settings. We have the relayer set, we have the threshold, and we also have a token registry. We will go into the token registry a bit in 5 or 10 minutes and go a bit more into detail. And I will also explain to you guys how you could potentially add more assets on the bridge, because like I mentioned, the bridge is decentralized. We want to make it open to everybody. So if anyone basically wants to, oh, I have my token. I'm a developer. Imagine you're a developer on the XRPL, right? And you want to develop on Coreum, but you have your token on the XRPL. So basically, you can go to this public registry, which is a repository on GitHub, and you can add your token there, and then your token will be bridgeable by the bridge. So you can be a developer, you will start building on Coreum, and you can bring your assets from the XRPL and use those assets for your apps on Coreum. Okay. So yeah, so basically that's how the architecture of the bridge, like a overall view. I don't know if maybe we can go, if anybody has some questions regarding this part. Do you have any questions, or if anybody has a question, they can just ask, and we can answer them live.
Yeah, let's do like this. We don't have no question at the moment, but if any question arise, I'll let you know.
Okay, so I forgot to mention before, but any question that you guys have related to the bridge or the how it works or anything, just ask it and we will answer it at the moment, because we yeah. Okay, so that's how the bridge works. So let's go a bit more into the details of the asset flow. So let me zoom out a little. So this is how the assets are basically moved from the XRPL to Coreum and the other way around. So here we have from the XRPL to Coreum. On the left side, we have the XRPL user. Then we have the multi-signing account, relayer, bridge contract, and then the Coreum user, which let's imagine like this. When we say user here, we mean the wallets, right? Like your wallet, where you're sending the transaction from. So how it works: you are on the XRPL. You have your XRPL wallet connected to on the Sologenic website, where the Coreum bridge the UI is hosted. So you go onto there and you connect your wallet and you issue a transaction, right? You're basically doing a payment. So what you are doing, you are sending tokens to the multi-signing account that is on the XRPL. This multi-signing account will, the relayers will be looking at this multi-signing account. They will detect this transaction. You can see here, they are observing the transaction, and they are going to send, so the relayers are observing the multi-signing account, and they are going to take this transaction and send it to the bridge contract. So how do they send it to the bridge contract? They send something that we call evidence. We call it XRPL to Coreum transfer evidence. So what the relayers are doing, we have 32 relayers, and those relayers are monitoring the multi-signing account, and each of them will say to the contract, listen, this is a transaction on XRPL. I am providing you the evidence that this transaction was executed on the XRPL. And the bridge contract will keep receiving those evidences. It will validate them and save them. And it will not do anything until we receive enough evidences to perform the operation. This is very important because, like I mentioned, we have 32 relayers. Each relayer is going to provide their evidence of this, and we need a certain amount of number of relayers, which we call a threshold. Okay. For example, imagine we have a threshold. I'm not sure what the current threshold is, but I think it's around 20 something. So when we receive 20, let's say 25 evidences, the bridge contract will basically say, okay, the evidence threshold was reached. So we are going to validate that this token is enabled and registered, and we are going to send the token to the Coreum wallet. Okay, so to bridge a token from the XRPL to Coreum, it must be registered on the bridge, which is done as an initial step. If it is registered and enabled, then it can be bridged. And the relayers have to send enough evidences for this to bridge. So any user here who has used the bridge and sent a transaction, this is basically what is being done in the background with your transaction. There is a little difference on the bridge when we are sending an XRPL issue token, for example, Sologenic, Solo, or Core, or XRP, or if what we are sending is a Coreum token that is being bridged back. Okay, so if the XRPL, if it's a Coreum originated token, it means the token was bridged in the past to XRPL. So the bridge contract was like being an escrow of those funds. So imagine I'm bridging Sarah or Atom from XRPL. Then basically that means that someone has bridged that before. So it's sitting in the contract, right? So this means that we are sending those tokens back to the Coreum address because they are already sitting in the contract. We don't need to mint any tokens. When the token is an XRPL token, for example, XRP, Solo, IOU, no, we don't have IOU Core, like Solo, what other tokens we have, OXP, any of those tokens from the XRPL, what we are doing is we are minting the tokens from the bridge so that those tokens exist on the Coreum blockchain. So that's basically, there is a little difference between if the tokens are originally from Coreum, or if they are originally from the XRPL. But it's not in terms of like the users or developers, it's not an important. So this is from XRPL to Coreum. For Coreum to XRPL, it's a bit simpler. We have a token on Coreum, in our Coreum wallet. Let's say we have the XRPL token that we bridged before, or we want to bridge Atom, or we want to bridge USDC to XRPL. So we do a simple transaction to the bridge contract using the UI. And we are basically saying we're going to use a method we call send to XRPL, where we're basically attaching the funds to the execution of the message. Again, if the token is not registered, or you are sending tokens that will not cover the bridge fees, then we will return an error. Okay, that's normal, standard procedure. If it's not the case and you send enough tokens to cover the bridge and over the minimum amount to be bridged, then we charge the bridging fee. So the bridging fee is not going to Coreum, to any centralized entity. It's going to the relayers. That's very important as well. The bridge is decentralized. It's being run through by the relayers. The relayers are the ones that are getting paid the bridging fee because they are the ones running the software that is monitoring this transaction and sending these evidences and paying the gas fees. So the bridges, the relayers are the ones that are getting these fees. Once the bridge fee is charged, we basically create an operation which we put into the queue. Like I showed before, let me go back a little, but I showed that there was an operation queue here on the Coreum, on the bridge contract. So basically, when you're sending tokens to XRPL, we create an operation in the queue. And this operation will have a ticket number. Okay, if you're familiar with XRPL, there is something that you call tickets. So basically, we will assign a ticket, and this ticket is the one that is going to be used to execute the transaction. Again, if we are sending XRPL token back, it means that we minted it in the past. So if you are sending it back, it means in the contract we have to burn it. Okay, so we burn it. And if it's not an XRPL token, then it basically will stay in the contract waiting for it to be bridged back from the XRPL. And that's it. And basically after the operation is taken by the relayers, it will submit it will sign the operation, send it to the multi-sig account on the XRPL, and it will unlock the funds from the multi-signing account and send it to the wallet that you provided as destination on the Sologenic UI. And that's basically how it works. That's how our bridge works in general. So any questions, guys, before we go into the demo? You're welcome to ask anything you have, any question you have.
So I see one question, Keen.
Yes.
There is Trill asking if the Sarah token can be bridged.
Yes, the Sarah token is registered, so it can be bridged. Yes,
So,
that's right.
and I do have one question myself. So what about the relayer software? Because I think that people are used to the IBC relayers, right? The Hermes relayer or the Go implementation. But what about this?
Yeah, so basically, since this is a Coreum solution, like basically this bridge was built is in innovation. There is nothing like doesn't exist anything like this. We have our own relayer software. So there are instructions here. Let me zoom in a little. Okay, there are instructions here on how to install and run a relayer. So all the instructions are here. But like I mentioned, to be a relayer, you need to be right now we have the validators are running relayers and some trusted partners. But if you're interested, you have a presence in the Coreum ecosystem, you are a validator, and you would like to also run a relayer, don't hesitate to contact our team, and maybe there is an opportunity for you to run a relayer. Okay, but all the instructions are here. But this is really not for users. And basically, if the time comes and you decide to run a relayer, well, all the instructions are here. But yeah, everything that you see here was basically, it's a unique solution. It doesn't exist anywhere, so it was entirely built by us. So it's all new software, so to say.
Yeah.
One thing that I forgot before we go into more questions, how to register tokens. Okay, so like I said before, imagine you are a developer and you want to register your token either from Coreum or from the XRPL, right? Imagine you have a token on Coreum and you want to use it in XRPL. So basically, we have in our documentation here, Coreum docs, in the XRPL bridge section, we have something called register new token. And here we have a link to a repository, a GitHub repository, which will basically take you to a repo, and it's public. So you need to basically follow the instructions on mainnet here. You will have a JSON assets, and you basically only need to add your asset here, and we will register it in the bridge, and it can be, after that it can be bridged. Okay, so it will be immediately be able to be bridged. It's, you can, if for example, if it's a Coreum token, you have an example here. You see Sarah is registered. XRP is registered, and here you can see all the assets that are registered in currently in the bridge. And you can add more. There is no limitation. You can see we have USDC here. So yeah, if you're a developer and you're interested in adding your own token, or even if you're a user, imagine you're a user and you say, oh, I'm actually this token from XRPL. I would like it to bridge it to another chain for some reason, to use it on a DeFi protocol and make a pool there. Well, sure, you can just do it. It's public. Yeah, not sure. Do we have more questions?
I don't see more questions, but I think it's worth mentioning that. So you showed that the token registry is public and open source, but the relayer software as well as the bridge smart contract is or as well open source, right?
Yes, everything, all the 100% of the code, 100% of the tools, the registry, everything is public. The audit is public, so basically it's all transparent. Everybody can see what the code does. There are no secrets. Yeah, everything. You can basically see everything online on the repos. Yeah, there is no secret here. Everything is transparent and public. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, I think that if you click um, install relayer, I mean on the first page, XRPL to Coreum
Yeah.
Bridge. Uh,
Yeah.
no, the first one, like the intro.
Install relayer here. Oh, you mean here, this one?
Yeah, exactly. If you there is the GitHub link right here.
Oh, right. Yeah, here. So we have, oh, yeah. So sure. So if you're interested in the actual code of the bridge itself, the repository is under Coreum Foundation, and it's called Coreum Bridge XRPL. And here you have all the code regarding the bridge. You have a folder for the contract. You have a folder for relayer, some infrastructure components, and the integration test. You also have a spec which has a full documentation of the bridge with a lot more text and more details of how everything works. So if you're really interested and you are curious and how it works at a technological level, then sure, dive in here. It's like I said, everything is public. You can see everything. Yeah.
Amazing.
And used to the website is docs.coreum.dev. If you go on coreum.com, you basically have to go to developers here. 1 second. Developers, then you have developer docs. So you go to developer docs, and it will open this part here where it contains all the documentation for building on Coreum. And here there is the section which is called XRPL Bridge, and yeah, you are on what I'm showing here. Yeah. And I think that's it regarding the architecture and how the bridge works. If there is no further questions, we can go into the demo part.
Yeah, sure. Let's do it. I think that was a really good overview of how everything works, and I think and yeah, as Ken said, like if you're looking for more information, go check the documentation website, and if you want to really deep dive and see how everything works, just go and have a look at the GitHub repo on the foundation.
All the
Um,
links are here. Like everything is here. There is not. It's hard to get lost. There are like 4 sections, and then in each section you have the link corresponding each part. So yeah, like you can find everything, I think, in a very easily. Okay, so if there are no questions, I'm gonna stop sharing. And well, if you want to ask something, you still want to ask something, I will stay here until the presentation. We still have the part of the demo. So any question at all, guys, just ask, and we will answer it.
Amazing. Yeah. So Thank you for that, Kin. So I'll do the next part of the presentation, which is the more, let's say, user-friendly part and how the user interface, how can you actually bridge asset with the user interface. So maybe one quick thing to mention. So this user interface is just the portal for user to interact with the bridge that Keen just showcased. So it's pretty much a decentralized application that is hosted by Sologenic. All right, so I'll share my screen and start the presentation. All right. Can you see my screen, Ken?
Yeah, yeah, can see it.
Okay, perfect. So we'll do a two-step presentation. So the first part of the presentation, we'll see how can we bridge XRPL asset to Coreum and perform a swap on Pulsar AMM. So the goal is to showcase how can you leverage Coreum DeFi ecosystem to bring usability to your XRPL assets. That is going to be the first part of the presentation. And after that, we'll do, instead of staying on Coreum, we will directly bridge our tokens to Osmosis. And the goal here is to showcase cross-chain interoperability with the Cosmos ecosystem. All right, so let's start. So let's do, first of all, bridging XRP to Coreum. So for that, I'll connect my XRP wallet. So I'm using Zaman. So I'll pretty much scan the QR code right now with my phone as I'm speaking. All right, slide to accept. Okay, I'll just accept. And all right, so now my XRPL wallet is connected right here, and you can see my address. I'll do the same for my Coreum account. So as you can see, those are the wallets that are available. So Cosmos Station, Kepler, and Leap. I'll use Kepler. And yeah, it's important to understand that this wallet right here is linked to the XRP Ledger, and this one is linked to the Coreum blockchain. All right, so what I will do is select XRP. So in the earlier in the presentation, Kim mentioned that the tokens have to be registered in order to be bridged, and all of the token that you see here are being registered. So you can pretty much bridge them. So I'll go with XRP right here. I see that I have 20 XRP on my ledge on my XRP Ledger wallet. So I'll start with 10 XRP. I'll autofill the address right here. So this is my current address, the same as right here. And I'll click continue, accept. Then I should receive a notification on Xaman. To make it faster, I'll just scan the QR code once again.
There's one thing that I would like to mention. Before you click on continue, you can see the details of your transaction, the bridging fees that are being charged, and how much you're going to receive. You're going to see it all there under the Coreum address. Yeah.
That's a very good point. That's a very good point. So actually, you're right. Let's look at this first. So you can see that this is a proposed route. So from XRPL to Coreum, you can see the details right here. So not that much details. The route is pretty direct. Those are the bridging fee that will be sent to the set of relayers. So the 32 relayers will share those bridging fee. And right here, you have the time, the estimated time. So we pretty much see that it's pretty much instant. And let's look at the XRPL Explorer. So right here, now I can see that the transaction was a success. And now if I look at my Coreum account on the Coreum Explorer, yes, you see, I now have 11 XRP on Coreum. I used to have one, and now it's 11. So I successfully bridged my XRP from the XRPL to the Coreum blockchain. All right, so now that I have this XRP on Coreum, I think something that is interesting is to pretty much see what can I do, because it's nice to bridge, but it's even better to see what I got from bridging those assets. So I will go to Pulsaro, which is an AMM on Coreum, and I'll go to the pools. So pretty much the pools are how you have those two assets, right? So it's a decentralized protocol that will do the swap automatically. So it's loading right now.
Maybe you can go into the swap section on the top left. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it will be faster. All right, so XRP. So I do see my 11 XRP right here, and I want to swap for some Solo. So what I do is swap 5 XRP, and I see that for 5 XRP, I'll get 19 Solo. So I'll perform the swap. I'll send the transaction on my wallet with my wallet. All right. So now that I have those Solo token on Coreum, let's go back to the bridge and do the opposite. So I will bridge back those Solo token, those newly exchanged assets back to the XRPL. So maybe before we do that, I'll go on the XRPL Explorer, copy paste my XRPL address, look at the assets that I have, and I can see that I have 9 Solo. So if I will bridge, let's say, I might need to refresh. If I will bridge, let's say, 10 Solo, my balance on the XRPL should increase by 10. All right, so I'll connect my Kepler wallet, Solo. So I do have 22 Solo right here. I'll bridge 10 of them. Autofill, continue. Approve. All right. And note this time, if we look at the Explorer, the transaction is being executed on the Coreum blockchain because it's a Coreum to XRPL transfer.
You can maybe go into, you can see on the right the message you say the can you scroll up a little?
I think it's better right here, right? Yeah.
No, I think, yeah, actually, yeah, send to XRPL, yeah. Sender is Coreum, the recipient, you can see it's the XRPL address that you input, and that's how much you're sending, yeah. As you said, you sent 10 Solo, right? But it charged you 13.8 because that's the bridging fee, right? So it charged you the bridging fee on top of what you sent.
Yes, you're right. And actually, there is the option like to either include the fees or not include the fees in the total amount. So for example, let's say if I put 10 right here, if I include the fees, I will receive 10 minus the fees, which is this amount. And if I don't include the fees, it will be 10 plus the fees. So I'll pay in total 13 Solo for the total transfer. All right, so let's look at the block explorer and see if I have more Solo right now. So I have 9. We did bridge 10 minus the fee, so I should have more Solo right here. So let's look at it. All right, so I do have 19 Solo right now on the XRPL. Okay, so that was the first part of the demo. So pretty much how do you bridge XRP asset from the XRPL to Coreum? You're able to perform a swap on a DeFi protocol on the AMM, and then send back the newly exchanged token to the XRPL. So it's a 3-step process, pretty simple. Right now, What we can also do right here, you can see that we're able to select different chains. So if I will select another chain, then Coreum as a destination chain right here. So for example, I'll select Osmosis. You will see that the route has changed. So you will still have the first part of the transfer, which is XRPL to Coreum, and after that you will have another IBC transfer, which is Coreum to Osmosis. So IBC is the protocol which is native to the Cosmos ecosystem, and this is how assets flow from one chain to another within the Cosmos ecosystem. So pretty much the bridge allow you to transfer token not only from the XRPL to Coreum, but from Coreum to the whole Cosmos ecosystem.
Yeah, like just to point out, basically it's doing two different transactions. The first one goes from XRPL to Coreum, and then to make it more user friendly, so that you don't have to then IBC stuff tokens manually. We put it all together so that you basically all can do everything from here, right? As a to use the bridge in a seamless way, and not have to go to your wallet and then do IBC transaction apart from it. So you can do everything you want from here.
Exactly. Kini is 100% right. Like the bridge UI is very very well made. You can pretty much do it in let's say one step from the user perspective right here. But what you can also do is pretty much do the first transfer to Coreum, and after that manually go, for example, to TFM or to your wallet, or even with the CLI and bridge, and send those tokens to the chain that you want with IBC.
Yeah, imagine you want to, you have some I don't know, imagine you have some solo. Okay, let's put a picture, an example. You have solo on XRPL. You bring your solo to Coreum. You use it in the Pulsara. You get some, maybe some XRP, and maybe then this XRP you want to send it to Osmosis. Then you can do that, right? You can play. It's your, they are your assets. You can even do the IBC transaction from here. You can just select Coreum as the origin and Osmosis as the destination, and it will do the IBC transaction for you. So you can use this UI not only to bridge, but also to use the tokens that you bridge for simple IBC transactions. So everything is here. It's very comfortable to operate with your assets from here.
Yeah, pretty much the one stop place to do everything related to interoperability between Coreum, XRPL, and the whole Cosmos ecosystem. All right, so let's select XRP Ledger as the from chain, and then what we'll do is bridge directly to Osmosis. When I say directly, it's like from the user perspective once again, because it's a, as we see in the proposed route, it's a two-step process. Okay, so let's do our bridge XRP. I'll bridge, let's say, the 9 XRP that I have left on the XRPL. I'll connect my wallet for Osmosis. So there it is, autofill. I can see the bridging fee right here. So what is happening right here is that I want to bridge 9 XRP, but I did not include the fees, right? So the total will be 987, and I only have 955 on my XRP account, on my XRPL account, on the XRP Ledger. So what I will need to do is click this toggle and include the fees. So like this, what is going to happen is that I will be charged this amount, and I have enough fund in my XRPL account. All right, I'll connect my bridging wallet, which is the Coreum wallet. I'll continue, accept. I'll send the first transaction. So the actual bridging transaction from XRPL to Coreum. I'll scan it. Okay. So right now what I'm doing is accepting, signing the transaction on my phone. Close. All right, so there we go. So the first transaction is pending. is being confirmed. So right now, Keen, what is happening is that the 32 set of relayers are submitting evidence, right?
Yeah, so basically you're sent from XRPL to Coreum, so the relayers are sending all the evidences, and once you have all the evidences, and the token is on, the
All
token
right.
will be minted on Coreum, and you can IBC. Yes.
Okay, perfect. So that first step is done. Let's do the send from Coreum to Osmosis, so the IBC transaction. All right, so this time I need to sign it with my XRPL wallet. I sign it. Let's wait. All right, so this transaction has been a success as well. So we pretty much did the two-step process. So first of all, XRPL to Coreum for the XRP, and then what we did here is send the XRP from Coreum to Osmosis. We can look at the block explorer on the Coreum um, explorer, and we can see that we did a IBC transfer from Coreum for this amount, for this token, which is the denom of the XRPL token, to Osmosis. And this is my address on the Osmosis blockchain. So what we can do now is go to Osmosis and pretty much see that now we have XRP on Osmosis. So what I'm going to do is swap those XRP assets for some Osmosis, and after that, I will send those Osmo token to the XRPL because the bridge is two-way, right? So you're able to bridge asset from the XRPL to Cosmos and any asset from Cosmos to the XRP Ledger. All right, so let's perform the swap. So I have 8.1 XRP. So let's say I want to swap 5 for 2 Osmo. I'll perform the swap. I'll approve. It's loading. All right, success. So now I can see that I have more Osmo right here. And what I will do with the bridge interface is select as a source chain Osmosis and as a destination chain the XRP Ledger. And the asset is going to be the Osmo token. I select Osmo. I see that I have 6.33, which is the exact same balance that I have on the Osmosis blockchain. And then let's say I want to send 5 Osmo to the XRP Ledger. I can look at the root. The root say I'm sending 5 Osmosis, and I will receive from Osmosis 5 Osmo, from Osmosis to the XRP Ledger, and I will receive this amount. And the root is Osmosis to Coreum, Coreum to the XRP Ledger. All right, let's do it. So I'll autofill my XRP wallet address. This is my Coreum address, and I click on continue. Send, approve. What is interesting to note here is that it's pretty much the other way, right? So previously we did this action first, so the bridging action first, and then the IBC transfer. But now, because we need to bridge first from Osmosis to Coreum in order to bridge the token, we do the IBC transfer first. And after that, the actual bridging action on the Coreum blockchain. So send transaction. All right, approve.
And this operation gets added to the contract operation queue. the relayers will see that there is an operation, and they will start signing, providing their signatures. And when there is enough signatures, they will basically submit the operation from the multi-signing account. And the funds will be sent from the multi-sign account to your wallet, to your
Exactly.
XRP wallet. So,
And yes, that's pretty much it. So if we look at the Explorer right here, we have the bridge action, the bridge transaction, and right here, this is the actual osmosis transaction that did happen on the osmosis blockchain, the IBC transfer. All right, so maybe the last thing that we can look at to make sure that everything went well is to go on the XRPL Explorer and look if we have another token right here, another assets when I refresh the page. Assets, all right, perfect. And we can see that we have this newly added token right here, which is the representation of the Osmo token on the XRP ledger. And if I will go right here on XRP ledger and look at the amount, I have the exact same amount right here on my XRP ledger account for the Osmo token. And then I will
yeah,
be able to give it back.
and this token can be used for in any XRPL application that wants to use it.
Yeah, exactly. Pretty much if you go on, for example, sologenic.com, you will be able to trade this token. When the XRPL IMM will be functional, probably there will be a pool for the Osmo token. We'll be able to um, use this token in the XRPL ecosystem. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the UI. So as we said that this UI is built on top of the actual bridge that can be present in the first part of the video. So if you joining only right now, this is being recorded, so you can have a more detailed information on how is it working under the hood by watching the recording.
Yeah, where are you going to upload this recording? So just for people to know.
Good question. So this recording is gonna be on YouTube.
Okay,
So
it's going to be on YouTube. Okay.
yeah.
So is there going to be maybe a link or something in the XRPL documentation, or not sure?
That's a good question. Actually, yeah, maybe we can do that. We can add the recording in the documentation.
But yeah. Anyways, it's going to be on the Coreum channel, so people can watch it again. Cool. Like I don't know. I think that's it. We covered like both the architecture, the functionality, and the UI. I'm not sure if you anybody has some questions in the audience. We will answer all those questions. Questions regarding the bridge. Now it's time to ask.
Yeah, I don't see any question. Maybe let's wait 1 minute to uh, to see if we have any question regarding the bridge. I see some question right here, but not for the bridge, so we will not answer them right now.
Thank
Uh,
you. Great presentation. Thank you so much.
yeah, thank you. So maybe, Kin, what was the most challenging thing building this bridge? Because as you said, like it has never been done
Yeah,
before.
it was quite a challenge. It was like we there was a lot of things, little things to understand, especially how the XR like some transactions how they work in detail in the XRP, because you basically need to be 100% sure of how things work on both sides to build the bridge. It was a long process. It took a long time to get everything together. But yeah, I think in the end, like making everything fit together, it was quite a challenge, to be honest. Like it was not an easy task. It was quite challenging, um, and yeah, I'm really proud that it's people are using it and it's working. I think almost 500,000 XRP have been bridged already to Coreum. Let me double check. Maybe you can. I will show that we have a very interesting data. Um,
Yeah,
we
that's what I was going to say actually. Maybe we can share the screen and see
Yeah,
the
yeah. Let
asset.
me open the Explorer first. Explorer Coreum, and I will share my screen. So yeah, like really happy that it's being used and people are using their XRP. So right now, oh, this is testnet. Sorry, let me use the mainnet. Okay, assets. Okay, let me share my screen 1 second. So yeah, like me as a developer, like seeing that people are using the product and that's like what makes me happy, right? Like seeing that what we built that took so long to build, and it was quite a challenge because it's something new. It's not basically just taking something that exists and copying the code and just doing something similar. Now this was like a unique development. So yeah, like for example, we can see here. This is the Explorer. If you go to the Explorer Coreum Explorer, you have a little um, button here which says assets, and here we can see that already there is already almost 500,000 XRP bridged on sorry XRP bridged on Coreum, 120,000 solo. We have some ELS, Equilibrium, OXP. So yeah, quite a lot of assets have been bridged already on the Coreum blockchain. So yeah, that's what's so exciting, right? Like seeing that people are can make use of their XRP, because I think one of the things about a lot of people who are XRP holders and they have the XRP token is like they want to actually use the token, right? And now with this bridge, you have the possibility of using your assets and farming or getting incentives for providing liquidity or moving it around and using it in any application that people want to build, because the Coreum it has smart contract virtual machine, so people can build smart contract applications and they can bring their XRP over, their solo tokens over, and use them in any application they decide to build. So really excited to see what people are going to use those tokens for, but at least like finally we have this functional two-way bridge and then people can make use of their assets. Very exciting.
Yeah, it's very exciting. I think that's a nice closing word. So pretty much, yeah, XRPL asset on Coreum and the and the Cosmos ecosystem are available as of today. So yeah, pretty amazing. All right, everyone. So
So yeah, if
I was
no more questions, we're gonna wrap up. Last chance. Any last question? No, I don't see any. Well, then we're gonna wrap up, right?
yeah, let's wrap up. And thank you everyone for joining. And feel free to rewatch the recording if you missed the first part of the presentation.
Yeah. Everybody, it was a pleasure to be here, and it's still Thursday, but yeah, have a good weekend, everybody, and I hope you make use of the bridge and use your assets and have fun. And that's it. Goodbye,
Awesome.
everyone.
See you guys.
See you.